Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. And today I'm going to be doing a review on the Nike Air Max Infuriate 3 Low. Pretty damn long name. So it retails for 80 bucks, which is super cheap, but I'm looking on their site right now and it's going for 60 bucks and they have their sale, I think, which you get an extra 20 to 30% off. So this shoe is hella budget, super cheap, which is good, you know. I gotta be the new budget boy and the Donnie boy is not here. I kind of do want to try the KD trays and stuff like that. You know, the shoes that he said that was really good. I gotta try those. If you guys want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. But let's get it started off with the traction. So as far as the traction goes, I would say it's kind of like a herringbone, kind of. Reminds me more of like waves or something. It's a solid rubber outsole on this colorway, and you have a mix of like Volt, gray, and white colors. It's a very, very hard rubber. And you know, Nike, with their budget shoes, they make super hard rubber, which you can play on multiple surfaces with. So yeah, durability seems good even on outdoor courts. Traction on this is really, really good, guys. You know, on a clean court, stop is very hard. You stop on a dime. But on dust, okay, so it doesn't pick up dust very fast. But once it picks up dust, it's actually kind of hard to wipe off. And on the actual footage, you can kind of see I'm trying to wipe it off with my finger and it just doesn't really want to come off unless I kind of like use my nail or something, you know? So dust, just watch out for that. You're going to be wiping like a lot, you know, if it's super dusty. The good thing is, you know, once you wipe, you have a few good stops again, you know, and it doesn't pick it up like super fast, like I said, but it's really hard to wipe off, which I think is a little bit worse. You know, I would prefer something that, you know, picks up dust a little bit faster, but it's easy to wipe off. Because what if it's like an important play or something and you just don't have good traction and you're just trying to wipe and, you know, you're just kind of screwed at that point. And also when there was dust on the outsole, it kind of slipped out, you know, not to the point of like being really dangerous like the Jordan 31, but I did experience some slippages. You know what I'm saying? So dust, not the best, but a really, really hard stop on, you know, on a clean court, and durability seems good. So just keep in mind, if you're playing on a dusty court, you're gonna be wiping a lot, you know? All right, as far as heel to toe transition goes, I mean, you know, it's okay. Not a lot of heel compression or anything, you know, it's kind of stiff here in the heel, but there is a pretty nice curved shape. You know, it's not an edge like most Jordan shoes are. And then you have a nice curved shape here in the forefoot, and it's very flexy. So heel to toe transition, pretty nice. As far as the cushion goes, trash. You guys already know I'm not a fan of Air Max at all, especially just these really small units in the heel. You can only feel a very small type of compression if you're, you know, digging your heel in like this at a very high angle. Other than that, you can't really feel any type of anything, you know, with this Air Max unit. And then they're using this foam and it's not very nice. It's like their old school Phylon where they used to use in like the Zoom Live and stuff. The court feels really good, you know, in the forefoot. It feels super low to the ground, but in the heel, it's raised up a little bit, especially because of the Air Max unit. So you feel like a little bit of an offset. Impact protection is not good. It's stiff, not a lot of bounce at all, and just, you know, not an ideal cushion setup at all. So there's the cushion setup there. It sucks. And moving on to the materials, here in the forefoot, you have an okay feeling mesh. You know, I would say it's definitely a budget mesh. Feels kind of flimsy once you get it. Feels a little stiff. It is a little bit softer now that I've broken it in, but still not quality at all. You can't really complain. It's an $80 shoe. And then here in the back area, yeah, you have like a very crappy mesh type of material. The tongue isn't very well padded, but it is a half booty tongue, which is connected to a material that goes underneath the entire upper. You guys already know. I guess the good thing is it's super thin and it conforms to your foot, I guess, well, but that's about it. And I guess on foot it feels pretty nice, but you know, you're buying a budget shoe, you're gonna get budget materials most of the time, you know. So I would prefer if they use like the materials on like the Kyrie Flytrap 2 or something like that. All right, as far as the fit goes, it's actually not horrible. You know, for me, I would have liked it to be a little bit tighter, especially since this EM material does stretch out. But you know, there is a little bit of room here in the toe area. Lengthwise, true to size was good for me. And width-wise, I would say it's just normal width, you know. So if you have a normal size foot, or if you prefer more of a loose fit here in the forefoot area, then, you know, this is a good option. If you want it to be, if you like a very tight fit or a very snug fit, then probably not the best option for you guys. The shoe's pretty easy to put on. You know, you have I wouldn't call it a heel tab because it's really stiff, but it does come up a lot. and it does help, you know, I guess if you put your heel here, it's pretty easy to put on. As far as support and lockdown goes, it was good. You know, I thought it was gonna be really bad here in the forefoot area, but so I guess this foam coming up here in the midfoot area does help to cage me in a little bit. I didn't really feel any really horrible lateral containment issues. So, and I didn't really have any heel slippage or anything. And you have a pretty gnarly outrigger with a low to the ground cushion setup, and I felt laterally stable as well. So support and lockdown felt really good. All right, as far as weight goes, yeah, it's super light, 11.64 ounces, but it's that cheap light. You know, they're using really cheap materials here, very thin. And I would like to say that it does pinch here a lot for me. You know, this material right here, it's really stiff. And sometimes with like really thin materials, you can feel the laces, you can feel the stiff things here in the upper, and it kind of digs into your foot. It did break in, but it did take a while to break in. It just kept hurting here for me, you know? So just watch out for that. And also, yeah, it does feel light and very minimal, but it's that cheap light. And you feel pretty responsive playing it, you know? Traction is really good, cushion's very stiff, I guess responsive, and it's a supportive shoe. So as far as ventilation goes, very good. There's a little bit of airflow here through this really thin mesh material, and it does wick away the moisture and all that. So ventilation was good. I was actually really cold since it's like really cold right now. As far as durability goes, I mean, it seems good besides, I guess, the upper, you know, especially this mesh material here in the toe area. They didn't even bother to fuse it up. So if you're playing outdoors or anything and you're doing toe drags, obviously that's not going to be a fun time for you. But if you're playing indoors, I feel like, you know, it'll be okay besides, I guess, this EM ripping. All right, comfort or just like for casual use, no, not comfortable at all. The mesh material is okay. And then the cushion, you guys already know, it's very stiff. So as far as the aesthetics go, I actually kind of like how these look. I don't know if it's just this colorway, but if you look from far away, you know, it looks kind of dope. And I usually don't like reverse swooshes too much, but it doesn't look bad on the shoe. I really like this metallic. It like changes colors, which is really, really cool. I like this. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So yeah, what do I think about this shoe? I mean, for 80 bucks, if you're really trying to save money, and it's like going for 60 bucks right now, plus like the 20-30% off or whatever, you know, get it. It's quite nice, you know? I mean, obviously if it was like 120 bucks, 130 bucks, somewhere around there, I'd be like, no, don't get it. You know, this shoe feels cheap, but like, since it is cheap and the price is really good, it's a pretty good performance. You know, I like the traction. I wish the performance on dust was a little bit better, but that's okay. Cushion was just really stiff, but like if you're into like really responsive cushions, you don't want to feel anything from the cushion, then it's you know, this is a good shoe. And you know, materials and all that, even though I said it wasn't very nice, you know, once you start playing, it's not a huge deal, you know. It's thin, it's minimal, and it's soft and all that. So I wouldn't say it's like really, really nice top tier, you know, like the KD Tray 5.7 or whatever Donny Boy was testing. But you know, if you're looking for a pretty solid option, this is pretty good. So yeah, that's my review. If you guys want to cop, I'll leave links below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next one.